Hello guys, and welcome to part 3 of foot and ankle special tests. The first one here is going to be a squeeze test, and squeeze test, the position is going to be laying with foot hanging off the table, and for squeeze test we're testing for any fractures or syndesmosis, so high ankles syndesmosis, and how we're going to know it's positive is that for fractures the patient's going to feel pain, and for syndesmosis we're going to see the malleoli separate, the medial and lateral malleoli, they're going to come apart a little bit, yeah, so what did I not say? The testing positive, yeah, how we're going to perform this test. So we're going to perform a squeeze test by squeezing. We're going to take our palms and we're going to squeeze above and below where we think the fracture is on the tibia, and so we're going to squeeze above and below.
Ow, oh, ow.
And if the patient is experiencing pain, that would indicate that it's positive for a fracture. And if we saw the malleoli separate, that would mean that there's syndesmosis injury. All right, next we have Morton's test, which is basically just squeeze test, except in the foot. In Morton's test, the position is the same as the last one. The patient's laying with the foot hanging off the table, except this time we're testing for Morton's neuroma or metatarsalgia, right? And how we're going to perform this test is we're going to squeeze the metatarsals. One hand is good because we can wrap it around the metatarsals, and we're going to squeeze the metatarsals, and if there's any pain, that would indicate that there's metatarsalgia, and if there's any numbness or tingling, that would indicate a Morton's neuroma. Right, next we have the Mulder sign. And the Mulder sign, we're testing for, the position is going to be seated for this one, so I'm going to ask the patient to sit up. All right, and squish back just a tiny bit. The position is still, we still have our foot hanging off the table, or the bed in this case, but the foot is going to be dorsiflexed, like this. Perfect. Dorsiflexed? Hold it in this position.
Oh.
So, yeah, for Mulder's test, we'll need a pencil. I don't have a typical wooden pencil, but what we need in the pencil is basically the eraser, this part right here. And in Mulder's test, we're going to be testing for Morton's neuromas, except for their exact location this time. Basically, how we're going to perform it is we're going to push with the eraser of the pencil between we're going to locate our third and fourth and fifth metatarsals, and we're gonna press with the eraser in between those, and basically numbness or tingling is gonna indicate that we have Morton's neuroma in that area. Right, so that's Mulder's sign, and finally we have Tinel's sign. For Tinel's sign, the patient can be laying, and for this test I'm just gonna use the can you squish forward a bit? Just a tiny bit, there you go. I'm just gonna use the left foot of the patient so you guys can see the medial aspect of the foot, as in Tinel's sign we're gonna be testing for tarsal tunnel syndrome, and how we're gonna do that is by tapping. We're gonna locate our tarsal tunnel right here. It's gonna go around our medial malleolus, and we're gonna tap on the tarsal tunnel, and if the person feels numbness or tingling in the bottom of their foot, that's going to indicate that the test is positive, and they in fact do have a tarsal tunnel syndrome. And those are the 4 tests of the third part of the foot and ankle special tests, and yep, thank you.